What's up, guys? I'm over here at Moto Forza in Escondido. I woke up bright and early, got the bike loaded up on the truck, and then drove down here. We are here for a very important day. We finally got our wheels after 6 months of waiting. Ducati finally got our forged aluminum wheels that we're going to be installing to our standard V4 today. We're also going to be installing our multimedia device so we can do some turn-by-turn navigation and connect our phone to the bike. And we're also going to be taking care of the Ducati recall for the rear brake system. So I'll kind of go over everything with you here, but first things first, let's get over to the service center. There you go. How you been, brother?
Good, you?
Hang in there. All right, now we got the bike checked into parts. Now all we got to do is go see Miles real quick. Got some questions for him, and let's kind of go over the wheels and stuff we got. All right, I'm over here with Miles at Moto Forza. How's it going, Miles?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm all right.
Nice.
So today we're here to pick up some beautiful wheels that we got, the aluminum Ducati wheels. They finally showed up. Awesome. I saw them. They look amazing. He just pulled them out of the box for us. And then we're also here to install the multimedia module, which the cost of the wheels themselves, first of all, what is the cost on the wheels?
Cost on the wheels for the set, we're looking $25.50.
So $25.50 for both wheels. I think that's a good price going from a cast wheel to a forged wheel. I think bike really needs a forged wheel rather than a cast wheel, in my opinion.
And a better looking wheel.
It's a much better looking wheel than the stock wheels. Now, as far as the weight savings go on the wheel, what are we looking at?
So for the wheels, we're looking 4.4 pounds overall, so 2.2 per wheel.
So about 2.2 per wheel, and that's unsprung mass, so less kinetic energy. And the reason why people swap these things out for a forged aluminum wheel like this is because of the unsprung mass that spins, that rotational mass that we have creates a gyroscopic effect in the bike. Now, to reduce the gyroscopic effect in the bike, Ducati has a counter-rotating crank. The counter-rotating crank essentially stops the gyroscopic effect from the wheel spinning forward while the engine spinning in reverse. But because we have more mass on a cast wheel, it's going to increase the gyroscopic effect going forward. So these these forged wheels, they reduce that gyroscopic effect, making the bike more flickable and more easy to go into turns.
Better turn in, better acceleration, stronger overall.
Now we're also installing the Bluetooth module on the bike today. Now that's the multimedia module, I believe they call it.
Correct, yep. Ducati multimedia system.
Now what's the cost of the multimedia system that we paid for?
We're looking $310.54.
So $310 for the module itself, and the $310, does that include there was something to hang it with on the bike with?
Yeah, a little fancy support for it, just to make sure it doesn't go anywhere on the bike or vibrate too much. It's an additional $35.
$35. Okay, so now what are the capabilities other than turn-by-turn GPS for the multimedia module?
Basically a general infotainment system like you'd have in your car. So you're able to connect your smartphone, connect headsets, rider and passenger, and see all the data that's coming in from those headsets and your phone up on the dash. And then once you have a Ducati Connect app, you're also able to see your turn-by-turn navigation and your actual directions up on the dashboard itself.
Do I get to change like music tracks? Like I know BMW does that where you can play music through it and you can change tracks to a different track or text messages or anything like that?
Yep, so you can see phone calls coming in, see text messages coming in, you can change songs. Basically all the same functions you would do on your phone. As far as like the phone's features, you can do all on your dash.
Great,
so
okay.
Don't even need to touch your phone. It's pretty killer.
Now we're also looking at the tricolor heat shield for the exhaust because the one on the V4 we have now just ain't doing it. It sticks out too far, my heel rubs all over it. You can see there's issues, there's scratches happening all over this thing. So I want to get a nice carbon piece on there to replace it, more low profile. And then we finally got sort of a parts diagram from Ducati on this. And we're looking at a total so far of, what was the amount we figured out?
$514 for that. And then there's one other small little piece, kind of right there by your heel guard, I believe, by the clutch cover. An additional $235.
$235 for that, and then we have internal pieces that we may or may not need. We don't really know what it comes with at this point. It's kind of
up in there.
It may need some heat shielding that sticks on there, but the diagram's not very clear from what we're seeing.
Yep. Still kind of gathering data from Ducati, but should only be another additional $40 to $60 in additional heat shields.
Okay.
And of course, you always got to buy them separate. So.
And then probably different size screws and bolts and everything else, I'm guessing, from Ducati.
For the most part.
It'd be like 1 millimeter different. They're like, here's a new bolt, $10. Yep. So I think that's going to do it for here with Miles. I'm going to go back over there to see how they're doing with the bike. Thanks a lot, Miles. Really appreciate your help all the time. All right now we're working on the Bluetooth module, or the multimedia module goes right around the headlight right here. So we're pulling this whole headlight fairing off and the front fairing for here. Now, as far as the jerky quick shifts go, if your bike does have a jerky quick shifter, the 2025 specifically, or the newer model Ducatis, they're really temperamental to chain slack. So if you have a little bit of excessive chain slack, expect your ride to be a little bit, or the quick shifter to be a little bit jerky on the bike. And that just is really easy to remedy. Loosen this, bring this out a little bit, get that back into spec, because if you do, it'll actually make your quick shifter feel better. Now, we did get the oil swapped out here also on the Ducati. Now, I always tell people, you can never swap your oil out too often. You can always put too many miles on the bike and that would cause some harm on it, but you can change your oil out once every 10 miles and there won't be any harm to your motorcycle. In fact, it's pretty good. The motorcycle is just going to cost you a little bit more, that's all. The way we've been running this motorcycle, especially with the race gas that we've been putting through it, the MR12 from VP, it's one of those things where I would definitely suggest not the OEM service intervals. I would recommend you dump that oil pretty fast. The oil is going to smell like MR12. You might want to get it out of the bike and get your regular oil back in there. Now, I always refer to the manual for the recommended service intervals, and that's for normal riding. Like if you're going to Starbucks and back, if you're barely getting on the motorcycle here and there. And even then, I would still probably go double the service intervals, or shorten them by half. Now, if you guys are doing track days or something like that, definitely do not go off the recommended service intervals. I would definitely, if you're doing track days, you heat this oil up to a certain extent. It's going to cut the oil of the life in half every single time you breach a certain temperature of that oil. So you want to make sure you change the oil out as frequently as possible, even though I know it's going to cost money. It's going to cost more money to swap an engine out if you have a problem in the future. All right, Bluetooth module is installed. Now it's time to start taking off the wheels. So we just got the wheel off from the Ducati here, and you can see there's actually some tracks that the wheel floats on for these underslung braking systems. So you can roll the wheel on and off of this bike. It makes it super easy to swap wheels out. Now that we got the factory wheel off, we're gonna take the new wheels, put some new rubber on it, and transfer parts over, then do some balancing. What we did find out also is there's no actual tire pressure sensor on the motorcycle. And now we have the rear tire done and set on the motorcycle. Next is gonna be obviously the front tire. So we had a little bit of a problem putting the front wheel onto the standard V4, because apparently it needs a special kind of spacer that doesn't come with the wheel kit. That should come with the wheel kit, and there's no notes in the catalog that says it should be in there or shouldn't be in there. So after some calling around, they couldn't find the parts, so that means I either have to ride the bike home like this with one wheel modified and one wheel stock, and then wait for a spacer kit, which we don't know when that's gonna come in, basically. But Moto Forza here in Escondido took care of me. They're actually going to take their floor model here that they have. This is their V4S that has the wheels. They're in black, of course, on this bike. And they're going to take the spacers off of this, leave this in their shop, and put the spacers on my motorcycle so I can go home, and then they'll wait for the spacers for their bike. So super nice. They definitely take care of the customers here at Moto Forza Escondido. And that means we'll have this bike taken care of today, and we'll have a happy customer, me. So this is the spacer right here that sleeves into the wheel right here. That doesn't work for the standard wheel, but it works for the V4S wheel, which is the forged wheel. Same wheel that we're putting on our bike. You can see it just kind of fits right in there. That's the only thing that's needed right there. It does not come with the kit, even though they advertise from Ducati, hey, you're saving 4.4 pounds by going to these wheels from the cast wheels. It's not really a direct transfer because you need a separate piece that they don't even tell you on the diagram that is needed for the bike. All right, now I got the wheels on the bike here. That's actually looking really good. And now all they have to do is do the recall for the heat shield on here. So we got a zip tie here. That's $2.15 that Ducati uses. This is the magic zip tie right there. It's apparently heat resistant. You just move this line over that you see right there. Move the line over a little bit and use the new zip tie, and that's that. That's all it is. All right, we got the wheels on the bike looking great. We got the recall done. Everything's done on this bike, the oil change, everything. We are just activating the multimedia device now that's installed on the bike. All right, so now he's gonna go ahead and take it for a test ride real quick, make sure that quick shifter is working good, make sure there's no errors or issues with the motorcycle before I take her back home. All right, we are all wrapped up with our service on the Ducati V4, and you can see these new wheels looking great, much better than those stock OEM ones, in my opinion. So funny thing about that front wheel spacer there, Ducati had no idea what the issue was. In fact, they were puzzled. When we looked at the parts diagram for the wheel, you can clearly see that the diagram It says V4S, but the actual wheel and everything on the actual diagram is from a standard V4. So something got messed up with the parts over there. I think I might be the first person to actually switch the standard wheel to a V4S wheel because no one knew about this. Even Ducati was baffled by it. So this may set a new precedent from Ducati where they give an actual proper spacer with the wheel, because they advertise this wheel here, or this forged wheel, as saving 4.4 pounds over the cast wheel. But then when you get the kit, they give you literally everything you need. I mean, everything, even parts you don't need, except that one spacer, which you actually do need if you're switching from a standard V4 to the V4S wheel, like what we're doing here. And now we got the Bluetooth module activated on the bike as well. So now we can stream music. I can do my turn-by-turn navigation. You can install it on the motorcycle yourself, but you have to actually have it activated at Ducati, which is what we did with this as well. With today's weight savings, we're at almost 29 pounds total taken off the motorcycle so far. That's including the wheels. And with the addition of today's parts, we're at a total of $12,750.50. Now I'm gonna load this beautiful bike up on the truck, get her home. That's gonna do it for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.